Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States, joins us on stage to congratulate each of the graduates of the class of 2019. Will the distinguished graduates please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Go ahead.
The class of 2019's #1 cadet in overall performance, Trey Landon Arnold.
The class of 2019's #1 cadet in academic performance, Kyle Andrew Leland. Come on.
Kyle David Hake.
Erica Storm Barnett.
Samantha Livingston Coles Potter.
Molly Catherine Olmus.
Georgia Ellison Sims.
Ryan William Ramsiner.
Hillary Ellen Keeley.
Lucas Ryan Biesner.
Nicholas Ben Hurley.
Ryan Christopher Palmer.
Grace Lynn Cherlanza.
Christopher Philip Clark.
Catherine Sophia Malone.
The class of 2019's #1 cadet in military performance, Jenna Sue Johns.
Pierce Thomas Kassmeyer.
Matthew Alexander Malwood.
James Walter Brom.
Ryan Thomas Olson.
Christopher Michael Volks.
Joshua Joseph Kaus.
Ryan Joseph Howe.
Madison Lee Tung.
Caitlin Alexis Cook.
Mackenzie Dell Rosenthal.
Melanie Ann Shaddix.
Austin Davis McDaniel.
Benjamin Charles Jakeman.
Zachary Quinn Warren.
Stephen Daniel Steiner.
John Israel Ferguson.
Graydon Philip Gribble.
Colin Michael Zavislak.
Eric Duncan McMillan.
Jared Patrick Henderson.
Parker Daniel Seal.
Conan Brian Malt.
Carleanne K. Butts.
Hunter John Alquist.
Wesley Lynn Jackson.
Lydia Ann Byram.
Stephen Edward Beresford.
John Ryder Jordan.
Adam Ray Brown.
Dean Forrest Ronsman.
Benjamin Edward Flanagan.
Lauren Elizabeth Truax.
Brooke Ann Kunzelman.
Cameron Andrew Hoover.
Esther Somin Kim.
Yaroslav Borodenkov.
Andrew Charles DeNicola.
Joshua William Turner.
Gabrielle Ann Evie.
James Brewer Ayers.
Emily Claire Bertrand.
Robert Darcy.
Ty Nicholas Feedy.
Abraham Monroe Eaton.
Charles Parker Jacks.
Elizabeth Michelle Reed.
Sean Matthew Ryer.
Garrett Franklin Amy.
Richard Scott Evans.
Caden Richard Sparks.
Matthew James Cook.
Jordan Emma Peterson.
Colin William Tommett.
Adrian Carol DeBush.
William Everett Langan.
Cole Matthew Schwagel.
John Alexander Bowes III.
Sean David Harvey.
Gabriel Scott Doman.
Michael Norman Plaza.
Ronald James Jackson.
Andrea Nicole Abel.
Elizabeth Stacy Pennington.
Harry Gibson McMahon III.
Tamara Lee Cardenas.
Andrew David Gibson.
Mark Frederick Mueller.
Nicholas Luke Rosico Risma.
Jake Canyon Watkins.
Spencer Chase O'Donnell.
Aaron Noel Nisler.
Jennifer Fu Huyn.
O'Shea Sylvan Schradel.
Liam Shane Kaplan.
Megan Claire Langus.
Zachary Noah Wiley.
Austin Dixon Good.
Caleb Andrew Mathis.
Joshua James Jalowick.
Elliot Owen Higgins.
Ellen Marie Miota.
Anthony Robert Cabri.
Graham Dodsworth Smith.
Kylie Marie Wharton.
Antonio Garza.
Jonathan Daniel Kaczynski. Ladies and gentlemen, joining President Trump on stage, to your left, the Honorable Heather Wilson, Secretary of the Air Force, and to your right, General David Goldfein, Chief of Staff of the Air Force. Also joining them on stage, to your left, Lieutenant General Jay Severia, Superintendent, United States Air Force Academy, and on your right, Colonel Scott Campbell, Commander, Commandant of Cadets. Will the remainder of the graduates of 2019 please rise and come forward by squadron to receive your diplomas?
Cadet Squadron 1, Kim Kenrick Agatep.
Gina Marie Arabito.
Marcus Anthony Bennett.
Melissa Lee Berger.
Bo Woodward Billingsley.
Stephen Gregory Carter.
Michael Reese Fonteno, Jr.
Anna Margaret Frick.
Riley Michael Hafer.
Connor James Harry.
Isaac Demetrio Jimenez.
Seren Kathleen Marley.
Zephaniah Troy Miller.
Andrew Malik.
Nathan Richmond Sanders.
Jack Woodrow Smith.
Emmy K. Sweezy.
Cheyenne Henui Wall.
Timothy Ryan Ward.
Robert John Wayland.
Roland True Wheeler IV.
Maverick Allen Wilhite.
Jeffrey Charlton Bailey.
Cadet Squadron 2, Nathaniel Armour Beckstrand.
Jeffrey Charlton Bailey.
Reed Lealoha Blair.
Brett Michael Bixler.
Caston Grant Casey.
Julia Annalise Boswell.
Jessica Junyi Chen.
Jennifer Betsy Chan.
Jacob Kelly Frisella.
Tessa Rose Favo.
Rebecca Madison Gusevich.
Peyton Hughes Galloway.
Ray Lyra Gonzalez.
Seth James Hill.
Michael Edward Marsh.
Simon Kenneth Lynn.
Jessica Nicole Moichi.
Darren William Miller.
Min Yu Park.
Christian James Nasto.
Catherine Rose Tomzak.
Vincent Anthony Sabin.
Jonathan Andrew Williams.
Alex Sayi Valson III. Cadet Squadron 3. Nathan Ronald Ade.
Marcus William Brincourt.
The class of 2019's #1 cadet in athletic performance, Shania Danielle Burns.
Luke William Chapman.
Thomas Britton Edie III.
Guinness Elise Gooder.
Allison Jane Gorange.
Trenton Curtis Harper.
Benjamin Thomas Harris.
Paige Lynn Harrison.
Carson Allen Farley Kimball.
Zachary Allen Lindsay.
Shin Shui Leo.
Grayson Dean Mals.
Zachary Martinez.
Anna Kate Nickel.
Stephen Powers Parker.
Andrew Thomas Piper.
Quincy Alexander Park.
Logan Brian Skinner.
Charles Andrew Smith.
Megan Renee Vandermoss.
Daniel Jordan Zivney.
Cadet Squadron 4, Christopher Wesley Boughton.
John Thomas Kanata.
Maria Nicole Carter.
Aaron Kathleen Cochran.
Matthew Christopher Coulter.
Hisham Felhi.
Evan Tyler Fino.
Matthew John Green.
Jeremiah James Hemme.
Chloe Lynn Homan.
Joseph Emmanuel Lanclose.
Charles Anthony Arthur Leano.
Bradley Dylan Martin.
Preston Riley Montero.
Rachapun Namlak.
Kelly Ziam Nguyen.
Zachary David Norton.
Adam Christian Pelter.
Mary Charlotte Pepper.
Jason Alexander Sadler.
Eamon Patrick Shannon.
Matthew Douglas Stanley.
Pablo Stephen Vipasiano.
Cadet Squadron 5. Connor Anthony Brzezinski.
Alonjane Toya Brooks.
Zachary Alexander Carrion.
Reese Michael Klingenpeel.
Jacob Jeffrey Cole.
Shanley Ann Conlin.
Michael Francis Davey.
Joseph Singer Ernst.
Tristan Leroy Hansen.
Hannah James Hetzler.
Sean Richard Jolly.
Sarah Noemi Kreiser.
Blake David Lowry.
Christine Masako Liu.
Daniel Gorman Lindauer.
Charles Francis Mowry IV.
Christopher Gregory Nodland.
Rodrigo Antonio Oriana.
Benjamin Barrett Stans.
Caleb Lee Stuffle.
Ryan Jehoon Yu.
Cadet Squadron 6, David Norman Collins.
Alexander Brian Cologne.
Ryan Thomas Conley.
Christopher Oshiro Doe.
Chloe Antoinette Gadsden.
Brennan Tyler Garland.
Ashley Jeanette Gauthier.
Samuel Ray Heingardner.
Elizabeth Marina Jarvis.
Cassandra Julia McElwee.
Sonia Sethi McLaughlin.
Heidi Lynn Morrison.
Logan Wayne Ormsby.
Alexa Marie Poveromo.
Nikolai Olkin Rhodes.
Robert John Schaefer.
Zachary Adam Sokolowski.
Charles I.G. Treadwell.
Lucas O. Van Epps.
Andre Dylan Bertuccio.
Edmund Wangjing Yi.
Cadet Squadron 7. Zachary William Arns.
William Jake Christophilus.
Noah Nakanaela Crab.
Lucas William Echeverry.
Jacob Stickler Ehrenstrom.
Noah William Eppinger.
Evan Richard Geisler.
Timothy Cyrus Hunt.
Wenesana Oriwoa Ugune Itubu.
Rachel Elaine Kester.
Taiwu Kim.
Elisa Elena Nelson.
Janelle Patrice Parlagreco.
Logan Gabriel Pethel.
Josiah Fred Riley.
Peter Chandler Washer III.
Garrett Alexander Watts.
Chance Lawrence Wessel.
Heather Selena Zimmy.
Cadet Squadron 8, Quentin Eugene Coleman.
Blake Joseph Daly.
Maria Lorraine Dronin.
Joshua Chance Frometta.
Petrus Giza.
Vladislav Maximovich Gogulia.
Jonathan Richard Healy.
Nicholas Olam Jasper.
Tenzin Sharab Kazan.
Zachary Lee Krieger.
Meredith Kimball Lasky.
Aaron the Dre Maxwell.
Anthony Jordan McLaughlin.
Joseph Livingston Mule, Jr.
Patrick Isaac O'Hanlon.
Kyle Austin Ramage.
Megan Louise Roach.
Trevor Scott Sinosalchi.
Emma Rochelle Strom.
John Joseph Thakra III.
Minjong Yoon.
Cadet Squadron 9, Francis Burns Cooper III.
Dion Wright Dodd.
Kirsten Summer Elliott.
Griffin Edward Gluck.
John Ryan Ganon.
Robert Daniel Hugo.
Matthew Gage Kane.
Song Min Ko.
Nicholas Richard Learn.
Anna Caroline Leland.
Jacob Todd Matkovich.
Andre James Miller.
Joshua Francis Mossing.
Charles Mackenzie Orahood.
Garrett Scott Patnode.
Kevin Blake Patterson.
Carl Thomas Rindall.
Nina Marie Rogers.
Daniel Soto Jr.
Lauren Savannah Stroud.
James Rogers Tatum III.
Janelle Cabrera Valerio.
Cadet Squadron 10, Michael Lee Bono.
Isaac Foster Childers.
Tyler Anthony Sabati.
Thomas Andrew Cox.
Isabella Vivian Farrell.
Jared Darnell Flowers.
Emily Shaban Graves.
Brian Nolan Guerrero.
Theodore Stephen Janser.
Jonathan David Kaltenbaugh.
Richard Allen King II.
Eric Lee Leverance.
Emily Elizabeth Lures.
Hunter Engelbrett Lunassen.
Ryan Joseph McKenna.
Stone Eric Miller.
Zachary William Morris.
Madeline Claire Poisson.
Nicholas Alexander Pollock.
Devin Eric Saunders.
J.C. Raquel Smith.
Jessica Lee Tobias.
Killian Miller Valencia.
Joshua William Wilhite.
That's it, sir.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, joining President Trump on stage, to your left, Brigadier General Andrew Armacost, Dean of the Faculty. And to your right, Mr. Nathan Pine, Director of Athletics.
Cadet Squadron 11, Brody Nathaniel Bagnall.
Emily Ann Bluo.
Madison Jane Froby.
Logan Paul Frost.
Michael Lawrence Gray.
Christian James Haddon.
Madeline Claire Hoff.
Joseph Vicente Johnson.
Nicholas James Uhas.
Nicholas Allen Kundrat.
Anna Noel Moronic.
Alexander John Mossing.
Olivier Mutabazi.
Dustin Lee Nethercutt.
Matthew Joseph Felici.
Darian LeVar Sanders.
Jacob Matthew Schaefer.
Colton Michael Stowe.
Kendall Amelia Thomas.
Andrew Philip Wiss.
Cadet Squadron 12, Keith Batista.
Brandon Edward Boone. Hagen Kathleen Bottomley.
Luke Raphael Boyle.
Carter Jean Shalupka.
Riley Marie Butler Clark.
Sarah Isabella Cook.
Avery Cha Evans.
Bryant Samuel Falconello.
Noah Galen Gavenis.
Eric Christopher Gear.
Darby Rose Glab.
Matthew Glenn Hargraves.
Mason Ernst Knox.
Paul Michael Lee.
Nick Dowell Lopez.
Shannon Elizabeth Murray.
Thomas John Oshika.
Rudra Panikan Patel.
Brandon Zachary Rockers.
Anthony Francis Vaccaro.
Eric James Yandura.
John Robin DeAndre.
Cadet Squadron 13, Daniel James Boudelier.
Micah James Capra.
Ethan Douglas Chambers.
Mason James Dean.
Michael Patrick Fahey.
Reese Michael Fairchild.
Jacob
Austin Oaks Nelson.
Hudson Henry Pierce.
Sierra
Sierra Nicole
Michelle
White.
Petty.
Stephen
Cadet Squadron
Daniel
15.
Plaskett.
Abdil Jose Casanas Rosario. Matthew Prado Savoy.
Bradley Milan Stefanovic.
Donald Thomas Stutz.
Sierra Nicole White.
Cadet Squadron 15. Abdil Jose Casanas Rosario.
Luke Robert Messier Easton.
Caleb O'Neill Elms.
Thomas Schulte Ernst.
Timothy Tanner Gurman Jr.
Jennifer Lynn Hiddink.
Thomas Patrick Keith.
Kathy Lim.
Jen Liz Miley Maldonado.
Mitchell McCulley.
Gregory Jet Nye.
Michaela Brianne Pollock.
Joseph Evan Redfern.
Brianna Rose Robertson.
Dylan Van Phuc Tang.
Leo Weston Tanja.
Spencer Daniel Thompson.
Tyler Reed Vaught.
Brian Jehe Yu.
Cadet Squadron 16. Milo Homer Browder.
David William Cooper.
Lillian Marie Costello.
Melissa Patricia DeSouza.
Cody John Darnold.
Joshua Joachim Fortes.
Dylan Andrew Harry.
Maxwell Richard Hefner.
Jason Asbury Hightower.
Jared Patrick Kester.
Griffin Walter Landrum.
Dylan Joel Magnus.
Hannah Rose McGowan.
Gabrielle Marie Miller.
Jacob Michael Orr.
Cassandra Eleanor Preston.
Jordan Eric Rivera.
Carl Isaac Schlutz.
Tyler Eric Yonkers.
Cadet Squadron 17. Jamie Lagman Abulan.
Jonah Olson Angus.
May Ilani K. Aloha Arakan.
Garrett Ross Colson.
Ryan Shane Collinsworth.
Maxwell James Daniel.
Bailey Celeste DeBerry.
Blake John Gillen.
Lionel Mayuk Gumoretti.
Robert Tanner Heckman.
Natalie Monique Kettner.
Eric Christopher Klein.
Thomas Alexander Knox.
Delfeo Shamar Matthews.
Victoria Marie Perez.
Nicholas Gregory Piravalides.
Garrett William Potts.
Mylin Fuentes Quinto.
Brittany Christina Reed.
Luke Dallas Sanderson.
Jacob Edward Sacido.
Noah Merritt White.
Parker Stephen Wilson.
Alexander David Edward Yantis.
Cadet Squadron 18, Connor Lee Brown.
Sung Hyuk Choi.
Ryan Joseph Darby.
Michaela De La Cruz DeMappy.
Olivia Catherine Durrance.
John Daniel Dykeman, Jr.
Nathaniel Allen Enders.
Robert Keone Gotchkis.
Alexander Stephen Goyrigolthary.
John Paul Joyce.
Anthony Jungyoung Kim.
Haley Michaela Lobb.
David Paul Louthen.
Alan Son Luke.
Ariana Janae Mosley.
Brian Mackenzie Poitras.
Kate Ursula Randall.
Connor Isaiah Rayburn.
James Logan Sims.
Gabrielle Marie Singler.
Matthew Dean Stenger.
Charles Edward Stevens.
Cadet Squadron 19, Kyle Gregory Abraham.
Catherine Ann Anderson.
Matthew Brooks Carter.
Alex Richard Danchi.
William Evans Duvall V.
Caitlin Elizabeth Emerson.
Bailey Robert Flansburgh.
Morgan Alexander Coleman Janast.
Isaac Kenneth Caston.
Seoyun Solomon Ko.
Fitzhugh Dickinson Lee.
Camille Alexandra Leonard.
Brianna Nicole Martinez.
Andrew Johnson McAdams.
Gabriel David Mendez.
Samuel Robert Rexroad.
Samuel Ethan San Marco.
Lauren Hunter Sides.
Thomas Martin Stretch.
Logan Peter Toucher.
Caden Ross Taylor.
Michelle Leona Thompson.
Hunter Austin Zanuski.
Cadet Squadron 20. Lois May Agabon.
John Erickson Allen.
Elizabeth Marie Barnacle.
David Louis Bartholomew IV.
Cole Bennett Biederman.
Alexander Dean Brown.
Justin Riley Click.
Austin James Dewing.
Anne Marie Claire Flatten.
Kyle Walter Floyd.
Tyler Wiley Harristover.
Maxwell James Kemper.
Purvis Cordell Louder.
Allison Paige Lusk.
Giles Richard McGillick.
Isaac Jose Perez.
Aaron Rachel Sagisi.
Matthew Eugene Shear.
James Gerard Schwerner.
Alyssa Paige Staten.
Nathaniel Alexander Thomas.
Trey Daniel Tullifson.
Joshua Raymond West.
Sir, do you need-
Chief, do you need?
I'm supposed to say that. No, that's not right. Yeah, so I've got 20.
Gotta have a hydration plan. Starts the day before.
Great. Let's go, kids. Let's keep it going, Tony, huh?
Cadet Squadron 21. Marcus Wayne Abrams.
Ernest Louis Alvino III.
Jonathan Lang Bartlett.
Sarah Elizabeth Bertles.
Mafalda Rish Brunkal.
Isaiah Wendell Butcher Jr.
Brianna Catherine Chen.
Liam James Conley.
Charles Christian Davis.
Matthew David Finley.
Erica Hannelore Fulbright.
Stephen Ray Griffin III.
Austin Emmanuel Gula.
Nicole Kana McKean.
Chandler Elizabeth May.
Zane Hall Moxley.
Thomas Cholwan O.
Matthew Thomas Oliver.
Joshua Lawrence Rackham.
Evan Jason Reese.
Jericho Al Christopher Simmons.
Eva Maria Thomason.
Joshua Joseph Wojciechowski.
Cadet Squadron 22. Maurice Glendon Appleton III.
Nicholas Zachary Bakayanzis.
Austin Christopher Box.
Dylan Christopher Brown.
Rafaela Eliza Bakur.
Tyler Myron Bazell.
Mark Dale Coxon.
Sharon Dominguez.
Shelby Lee Feldman.
Rachel Marie Golding.
Kyle James Gordon.
Jenike Lane Hirama.
Jordan Jewel Harold.
Young Yoon Kim.
Justin Tyler Kovich.
Caron Lopez Jr.
Caitlin Hannah Myers.
Joseph Trung Pham.
Gareth Long Sitton.
Albert David Taglieri.
Michaela Karen Tucker.
Sadasi Carl Walden.
Caleb Gavin Williamson.
Joseph Michael Woody.
Cadet Squadron 23, Stephen Anthony Alexander.
Casey Edward Brannon.
David John Culver.
Luke Arthur Decker.
Mark Anthony Demore II.
Braden Joseph Evers.
Logan David Fiesline.
Jonathan Austin Gale.
Casey Marie Guardia.
Reagan Eleanor Haverkate.
Christian Olaf Hedegren.
Daniel D. Highland.
Jean Adolf Krieg.
Daniel Asa Cure.
Gabriel Andres Martinez Quinones.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Troy Thomas Mayer.
Conrad Joseph McCarthy.
Christian Marie Nye.
Clinton Mills Parker.
Kevin Sunraj Puri.
Michael Todd Snell.
John Gilbert Salt III.
Sean Andrew Sutejo.
Miriam Audra Trafford.
Brienne Marie Walker.
Cadet Squadron 24. Timothy Hughes Baker.
Jonathan Michael Banks.
Noah Benjamin Burling.
Curran Brandt.
Christian Mark Brunenkant.
Nicholas Noah Clark.
Michael Devlin Gilmartin.
Nathaniel James Graham.
Holden James Hardcastle.
Lauren Elizabeth Pelt.
Michael Robert Holman.
Kathleen Taylor Kohler.
Yadim Lee.
Thaddeus Frederick Moore.
Justin Hoon Munn.
Ethan Alexander Nichols.
Sydney Caroline Phillips.
Stanley U. Skibo.
Brett Austin Stell.
Isaac Matthew Schwartzman.
Demi Janine Yersizian.
Cadet Squadron 25. Scott Anthony Bennett.
Xavier Ryan Cardinal.
Avery Francis Chapman.
Nicholas Cody Chu.
Donald Cameron Alexander Coffin-Shivan.
Peyton Elizabeth Cooper.
Kevin Edward Cox.
Het Manish Desai.
Kalia Alexis Gorman.
Derek Michael Greenwald.
Jesse Cornelius Haggerty IV.
Brett James Hensel.
Maria Victoria Martinez.
Paul John Matthews.
Seth Nathaniel Allis.
Cole Douglas Pouch.
Taylor Renee Pond.
Grayson Nicholas Reeves.
Andrew Covey Tankersley.
Thomas Louis Toscano IV.
Tyler Benjamin Ullman.
Daniel James Vanderweide.
Jacob Reed Volan.
Bryce Carl Bonsermulen.
Caitlin Marie Walbridge.
Cadet Squadron 26, Jonathan Thomas Atzinger.
Stephen Timothy Beeline.
Mark Gordon Brown.
Nicholas Martin Chevrant.
Ross Atchison Connors.
Christopher Nathaniel Coes.
Robin Nicole Cully.
Verbon Boncomo Frial.
Dominique Chantel Gordon.
Daniel Hilf.
Christian John Kalushin.
Rebecca Francis Lang.
Jesus Alonso Maese.
Sean Michael McGinty.
Callie Morgan McLean.
Diana Eugen Myers.
Kelsey Leanne Putkammer.
Wesley Stephen Ray.
John Allen Robertson.
Preston Allen Roche.
Juan Sebastian Rozo.
Alan Ted Villanueva.
Jacob Austin Wellborn.
Cadet Squadron 27. Tyler James Blue.
Joseph Michael Bruno.
Juan Jose Duque.
Daniel Yeongdong Han.
Jeffrey Allen Hart Jr.
Natalie Florence Hawthorne.
Thomas Xavier Hiltz.
Austin Taylor Jacobs.
Cindy J. Kim.
Jaleel Amosude Kuku.
James Charles Lynch.
Robert Gerald Molinak.
Monica Ruth Mamma.
Darian Azuka McElhannon.
Hayden Samuel Molitor.
Logan Wayne Morrison.
Chase Marshall Poland.
Dylan Thomas Race.
Audrey Diane Reed.
Alexandra Elisa Ravelas.
Landon Jacob Roddenberry.
Matthew Thomas Saratori.
Thomas James Sherwood Jr.
Maxwell Lee Wild.
Christopher Yenlun Yang.
Cadet Squadron 28. Adam Joseph Caldy.
David Milton Clement.
Michael John DeFries Jr.
Caitlin Kaylee Enright.
James Henry Ferenzi.
Zachary Amadeus Frontado.
Ryan Michael Gerard.
Samuel Tyler Grayson.
Ford Calvin Hostler.
Jared Knight Junquist.
Eugene George Kim.
Michael Corda.
William George Merchant II.
Brianna Rochelle Murray.
Mackenzie Taylor Rudolph.
Jeremy Matthew Schwartz.
Marissa Salette Sly.
Edward Thomas Smet.
Dustin Lee Still.
Joanna Celeste Trevino.
Cadet Squadron 29. Sarah Catherine Antoluk.
Jeffrey Thomas Austin.
Daniel Thomas Bailey.
Andrew Grant Berman.
Peter Hagen Curtin.
Robert Michael Dow, Jr.
Michael Stephen Grindal.
Logan Thomas Justice.
Alexander Gregory Lassar.
April Nicole Lewis.
John Constantine Magus.
Megan Drew McCormick.
Joel Isaiah Moss.
Dean Everett Reese.
Nigel Bruce Sarazin.
Simon Timothy Sneeringer.
Lucas Manuel Teixeira.
Jaime Arturo Tejerina, Jr.
Deanna Rochelle Washington.
Cadet Squadron 30. Yoqueri Andres Adams II.
Spencer Joseph Adolph.
Cassandra Catherine Bell.
Kainoa Chunmoy.
Athena Marie Ecker.
Samantha Ryan Fondacaro.
Parker James Hammond.
Nicholas Ricardo Hillman.
Jake Quinton Hughes.
James Levi Knox II.
Jack Fuller Culp.
Elizabeth Margaret Mahoney.
Trent Lee Mizell.
George Bryce Millard Jr.
Dane Axel Norman.
Thomas Robert Plessé.
Matthew Lloyd Robbins.
Adrian Dominique Sheppy.
Hannah Marie Springer.
Sharon Christine Teicher.
Christopher Todd Titus.
John Michael Toomey.
Jonah Sablat Witt.
Katrina Marie Wood. Sir, if you're ready,
So you
where
ready?
do you want to go?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining President Trump on stage, once again to your left, Lieutenant General Jay Severia, Superintendent, and to your right, Colonel Scott Campbell, Commander, Commandant of Cadets.
Cadet Squadron 31. Malik Jamal Abbott.
Kelly Lee Blunt.
Tucker Joshua Bone.
Elizabeth Alexandra Breckbuell.
Elijah Malik Calloway.
John Charles Dabagian.
Ryan Jacob Doris.
Mark Lawrence Hayes II.
Eric Paul Eisenberg.
Ryan Lee Johnson.
Jared Trace Landry.
Kylie Teresa Moore.
Walker Evan Newell.
Nathaniel Yejun Pak.
Parker John Rosedal.
Addison Walker Smith.
Anthony Jackson Thomas.
Christy Marie Thorstensen.
Domenico Michael Vacanti.
Rebecca Morgan Wagner.
Jacob Steele Yarnell.
Cadet Squadron 32. Michael David Bashton.
Samuel James Brenner.
Michael Roy Bullock.
Devon Bryn Berger.
Ronald Allen Cleveland.
William Ellis Cooper.
Michael R. Cornelius.
Brittany Alexis Flanagan.
Nicholas Ross Fleming.
Martin Edward Gilligan IV.
Jacqueline Brooks Goodwin.
Marie Elise Guerrero.
Rylan Gage Haig.
Isaiah Thomas Honorable.
Michael Edward Kemper.
Andrew James Kinziger Petrosky.
Christopher Michael Lowe.
Robert Joseph Mahoney III.
Bailey Callan Nagel.
Stanley Ryan Ocheski.
Reese Zijing Pontius.
Patrick Ryan Robney.
Colin Michael Skinner.
Tyler Scott Stout.
Mariah Ann Volk.
Ariane Lamar Worthman.
Cadet Squadron 33. James Kendall Ankenberg.
Jacob Isaiah Belvado.
Philo Torres Casaneda.
Marquise Eugene Cobb.
Kyle Patrick Daly.
Charles Joseph Estep.
Cole Colton Grove.
Elizabeth Alessandra Hartman.
Riley Rose Hill.
Daniel Robert Jones.
Sawan Kong.
Nicholas Ryland McDaniel.
Kevin Santiago Mendez.
Jacqueline Marie Orcutt.
Aaron William Queen.
Dylan Kennedy Smith.
Joshua Taylor Summers.
William Robert Tatum.
Anna Maria Weilbacher.
Trevor James Westendorf.
Rachel Shannon Weinman.
Cadet Squadron 34. Zoe Aubrey Barnett.
Nicholas Andrew Caban.
Taylor Catherine Cobb.
Marte Lamont Coleman.
Dustin Allen DeMonto Delano.
Matthew Devin Hahn.
Sarah Brooke Hellman.
Chadney David Hill.
John Joseph Gordon Howe.
Samantha Lorraine Jackson. Trin Thurgood Lewis.
Matthew William Moshe.
Abraham Nuno.
Gabrielle Nicole Pinson.
Stephanie Marie Polivka.
Nicholas Reddy.
All right, Nick, you go.
Rachel Elizabeth Russell.
Joshua Siminiano Santini.
Jacob Matthew Stanley.
Joshua Raymond Stillwell.
Dalen Sutton.
Michael Scott Trinner.
Cadet Squadron 35. Nicholas George Anapol.
Cameron Vance Carter.
Cameron Alexander Castleberry.
Dylan Ananias Clark.
Julia Dominique Corton.
Veronica Simone Dodds.
Matthew Edward Dunlap.
Jack Connor Flynn.
Brett Austin Herring.
Soren Justice Hoffman.
Turner Wayne Howe.
Andrew Paul Huxhold.
Marissa Lynn Jacobs Hoffman.
Nicholas Mark Marin.
Marissa Lee McCullough.
Michelle Catherine McGee.
Johnny B. Murphy III.
Eric John Rosillian.
Benoy Awel Tarai.
Samuel Joseph Valeroy.
Robert Nicholas Waterman.
Cadet Squadron 36. Thomas Francis Bruns.
Chad Edward Shreen II.
Christopher Juan Colpcano.
Maeve Amelia Daw.
Anthony Paul DeAngelis.
Brett Tyler Decker.
Christian David Frost.
Andrew Roger Gurman.
Johnny Griffith.
Sean Noel Thrasher Grinnell.
Matthew Lloyd Hopkins.
Brandon Michael Jones.
Catherine Marie Campson.
Luke James McFadden.
James Brandon McMahon.
Sean Farrell McNally.
Mariana Orantia Murphy.
Adam Wesley Payne.
Paige McKenzie Qantas.
Roman Johann Rohrbach.
Corbin David Ruff.
Arlene Francis Ville.
Justin Luke Walligora.
Cadet Squadron 37. Jacob Potter Barkley.
Gabriel Alexander Cavender.
Tig Matthew Collins.
Austin Taylor Cutting.
Laura Lee Drapinski.
Chad Michael Elton.
Austin Tyler Esquivel.
Joshua Paul Giorgio.
Jarrett Coyle Joyner.
Gordon Francis Hardy Kołakowski.
Molly Elizabeth Lotch.
Dayanara Ashanti Manyfield.
Gavin Alexander McCord.
Stephen Andrew Moyer.
Spencer James Pongras.
Kanchan Yvonne Potter.
Taylor Renee Price.
Samantha Lynn Reed.
Luke James Robinson.
Jose Ramon Silva, Jr.
George Edward Stradaker.
Braxton Randy Stocking.
Branson David Taheri.
Kyle Douglas Woodward.
Daniel Han Uke.
Zachary Ryan Zeltman.
Cadet Squadron 38. Carter Matthew Cook.
Stephen Henry Deneen.
Joseph William Clock.
Koa Alexander Knitter.
Joseph Christopher LaPadada, Jr.
Mara Zoe Leary.
Alexander Alexrovich Lopachansky.
Alexander Eric McLaughlin.
Quinche Sierra Perkins.
Isaac Arthur Reister.
Eliana Ryan.
Esther Yukyung Song.
Cameron William Sullivan.
Vito Antonio Hernandez Valenzuela.
Brandon Peter Webster.
Nicholas Lloyd Williams.
Krista Alexandra Young.
Cadet Squadron 39. Dylan Gomes Almeida.
Claire Elizabeth Badger.
Charles Michael Barton.
William Oliver Butterbush III.
Ralph Andrew Carios.
Leslie Page Follert.
Grant Patrick Fox.
Joshua Christopher Gerink.
Cody Garrett Gessler.
Michael DeJong Grieg.
Austin Guadalupe Guerrero.
Demetrios Mihail Kostakis.
Victor K. Lee.
Bailey Elizabeth Little.
Justin Hunter Maxwell.
Ileana Koshiko Alani Nakamoto.
Gregory Michael Quessenberry.
Liam Ryan Sachs.
Samantha Rose Schiffman. David
Grace Ann Skidmore.
David Joseph Warfel.
He wasn't going to leave you out, don't worry.
Cadet Squadron 40. Katani Elise Alvish.
Samuel Lewis Berry.
Emily Caroline Benston.
Jason Thomas Byers.
Don Induru Kanishka Dasayanka.
Micah Ryan Fontaine.
JC Marie French.
Corey Jonathan Evan Gutierrez.
Valentin Ahosa Longoria.
Frank Charles Hippler.
David Paul Jones.
Lauren Marina Main.
Malik Ali Miller.
Miguel Antonio Silva Mulas.
Tyler Curtis Mortensen.
Justin Scott Peterson.
Patrick Ray Reed.
Corey Jacob Scully.
Journey Carly Self.
Aaron Marie Swain.
Carter Michael Thorne.
Jonah Michael Erlop.
Thomas Perry Whittington.
Jeffrey Allen Wilson.
Thanks, Art. Thank you. Thanks, Art. So you see it.
Wing, Tench Hut. Mr. President, thank you for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the President will be departing immediately following the Air Force song and dismissal of the class of 2019. Please rise as Colonel Scott Campbell, Commander, Commandant of Cadets, administers the oath of office.
Graduates of the Neil Armstrong class, will you please raise your right hand, and after I read the oath of office, signify your acceptance by saying, "I do." Do each of you, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter, so help you God. Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Force song. Class of 2019, dismissed!
Virginia. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunderbirds Air Show will be starting momentarily. Stadium gates will open immediately after the end of the Thunderbirds Air Show. We appreciate your safe and orderly departure from the stadium today.
Laying on this blanket of bluegrass beside you feels right.
The Thunderbirds Air Show will be starting momentarily. Stadium gates will open immediately after the end of the Thunderbirds Air Show. We appreciate your safe and orderly departure from the stadium today. The meeting point for lost visitors or children is at the south side of the stadium under the scoreboard. If you become separated or lost, please plan on reuniting